Hello and welcome to Wrestling in Mom's Basement. This is going to be our retro review for Great American Bash 2000. I, of course, am Patrick Young. This guy to my right is my co-host, Joe Venuto.
Just to let you know, you're not expecting the same grades here.
Yeah.
Starrcade 2000, the date took place on December 17th, 2000, location MCI Center in Washington, D.C. Attendance, 6,596. Commentators, Tony Schiavone, Mark Mann, and Scott Hudson. We've arrived. It's the final edition of WCW's flagship show. And it's looking somewhere between a bad C show and a horribly unfunny joke.
I don't think it was that bad, but... Go.
I said somewhere between a bad C show. I did say C. See? A bad C show. And a horribly unfunny joke. The main event is Scott Steiner, won the title 3 weeks ago. Defending against Sid Vicious, not in the promotion 3 weeks ago. Such is life in the dynasty company, so let's get to it. Before I start, here's a good idea how bad it's gotten for WCW. The attendances for the last 4 Starrcades, all in the same arena. 1997, 17,500. 1998, 16,066. 1999, 8,582. 2000, 6,596. You can
even tell when you're watching the show too that literally the two upper levels are literally blacked out.
Yeah.
There's probably absolutely nobody up there.
Nah. In 3 years, the attendance has fallen by nearly 2/3. That's impossible to defend.
Yeah.
The open video makes this looking more like a disaster than it's likely going to be. Well.
Yeah.
Start on 2011.
I'm not going to say I love it.
Given the A's up and down the car, probably.
I didn't give it an A.
I'm pretty sure he did. 3 count versus Noble and Courageous versus Young Dragons. Ladder match for the number one contendership, which will somehow be given to one man. Making me wonder why this isn't just a 6-way match. Anyhow, Champion Chavo...
It's the best match in the card.
Champion, maybe. Champion Chavo Guerrero Jr. is on commentary. Ellen is starting with tags. Because ladder matches. Remember that this is after the first TLC match. Because ladder matches need law and order. Kaz and Moore hit the match to start until they crash into each other, put both guys down. Shane goes to the ladder, but Evan won't know it because that's not how well organized ladder match is supposed to go. Everyone goes to the ladder, so there's 3 counts sneak in to go up at the same time until the Dragons make a save. Yang drop kicks the ladder into Noble and Courageous, followed by Kaz, moves onto the ladder into 2 of them. A double flapjack says Kaz into the ladder, but Evan pulls Noble down, making the entire idea of the match a waste of time. Yang sets Noble on the ladder and busts out Yang Time, Phoenix Splash, off the top of the ladder on the middle rope to crush Shane. Shane is back up and sends Yang to the floor for a big flip dive of his own. That's the start of big set dives. Chavo has a good line to just shout and keep killing yourself, boys. Until Yang shoves Noble off the ladder and onto the pile for a great crash. Yang bridges a ladder into Noble, but Evan slides back in for a suplex. With Evan on the bridge ladder, Kaz tries to springboard in, only to get power slam out of the air for a great looking landing. Shane springboards on the ladder for a famous on the Evan, leaving Shane to grab a neckbreaker, bring Noble off the ladder. Yang, Noble, 3 count go up 2 different ladders. So Noble sunset bombs Holmes down and Shane playing Shane with a sleeper draw. Too late, Leia, the Young Dragons manager of LA.
Yes. To
go to Noble's 2 more lost Brian. Yang flips Evan off the ladder in the corner and into a Kaz powerbomb. Cool spot. Before making a scaffold with 1 ladder bridging the 3 others. Noble and Courageous take off 3 count before Kaz gets knocked off the scaffold. That leaves Shane Yang on the scaffold well and Shane the head scissors Yang down for no crash. Jamie gets hip toss as well as leaving 3 count, pull down the contract at the same time. Again, defeating the point of stipulations one more time, but 3 count.
Yeah, it's kind of a very odd setup, and maybe a little. I'm looking for the right word here.
Unorganized?
A little unorganized and kind of rough in places. But I'm actually thankful for the effort that these guys put in. They did actually end up working very well together by the end, and put on a highly entertaining match, complete with hide spots that I don't think I've actually ever seen since in a ladder match. So
Yeah, it has nothing on any of the WWF counterparts.
oh no,
But this is a bunch of fun spots with 6 guys who wanted to show off out there. As always, you can see people trying their hardest instead of just putting in and so what that happens. Well done having the match go on first. So then that's going for about an hour and a half into the show while Bam Bigelow or Shane Douglas are out there as the mid-card draws because WCW exists as a haven for people like them.
don't worry, I failed those two. I gave it a B.
B. Jim Duggan is polishing his board, so the dude should close the door.
Bump.
When Lance Storm comes in to say no one's going to take Jim back. If Duggan wants a paycheck, his future is with Team Canada. After all those times where Duggan screwed up, why was Storm want him around? Jeff Jarrett aces Mike Sanders to make the 6-man against the Filthy Animals a bunkhouse street fight.
Wasn't it already no DQ?
Yes. Chronic is in the...
So then what's the point?
Chronic is in his steam room. And will be getting paid tonight. Cash at hand. And Brian Adams says, well, am I baked?
Yeah.
Lance Storm versus the Cat.
I didn't get it either.
No Duggan with the Canadians here. Storm had something to say before the match was Huston Cole's a Canadian gimmick. Lance starts on the presidential elections again, so here's Cat to do as usual. I'm going to beat you up, self. They start slowly with a lockup on the ropes and a clean break. You can really feel the hatred here. An arm drag pushes Storm down, but he comes right back with a wrist lock. That earns him a few kicks to the chest, but Major Guns grabs Cat's foot, nearly triggering a cat fight. Tony, speaking of accidental, speaking of cleavage. That's what he said.
Okay.
You know, as part of wrestling match. Storm says too much time yelling at the crowd and has to kick out a small package. Cat throws him in the air for a low blow with the referee cringing. Before we say outside hit Skipper and hail with a bottle of water. Now the woman actually got involved as Jones accidentally kicks Cat, earned herself a dropkick from Guns. Back in as Storm missile dropkicks Cat for no count. As the referee still get out. Q Duggan pull back the board and hit Cat, but instead it's a half-hard close on himself to Maple Leaf to make Cat tap.
I didn't think that this was that bad of a match. It's not good by any standards, but I didn't find the need to fail it. I thought Lance Storm and Cat actually worked kind of okay together. It did get bogged down by Major Guns and Miss Jones at ringside and Hacksaw doing hacksaw things. But I thought Cat and Lance deserved a little bit of credit for the match they put on.
Not the worst match in the world. But I'm going to tired of everyone having to work down to Cat's level. All these shows. Storm should be able to fly around with anyone, but he's stuck with this dancing goon who can't work a straight 7-minute match because beyond his physical capabilities.
You actually know what I found out about Earth the Cat Miller?
What?
That he was actually hired because he is Eric Bischoff's son's karate instructor.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yes.
Now, can we please get Duggan into something else? So, F.
I gave it a D.
F for feline.
Huh?
But yeah, I have my reasons.
I had my reasons too.
Team Canada beats Duggan down post-match. The ambulance arrives. Buff Bagwell down an interviewer.
Because
Says he had to be on the show to draw a rating because pay-per-views have ratings. The Filthy Animals come in and aren't worried about Jerry and the Harris twins no matter what the situations are. Reno and Vio tell the throwers to mind their own business tonight. Harder tell Terry Funk versus Crowbar. Crowbar is defending, but first Daphne has to yell at him over the 70s clothes. Daphne Funk jumps on.
What's with people in 70s clothes in this show?
Daphne Funk jumps in with a fire extinguisher.
Mike Austin, Jesus, man.
To get things going. In the back, Funk sends him into various objects too as Hudson tries to figure out how Terry got a shot after just coming back. I believe it was because Crowbar selling either Nitro or Thunder, which one of the shows I'm watching and build up. He said, yeah, you can.
You watched the build up to this?
Yeah.
Wow. Dedicated guy right here.
Now you know why
Yeah.
how I feel. And it was only because Crowbar said, yeah, you can have a title shot. That gem is followed up by Tony talking about Terry retiring the same year the Starrcade debuted and having a title match 17 years later.
Way to make him not seem old.
They inflated back in a production truck as Hudson gets the day of Clash of the Champions 9 New York Knockout World. Crowbar gets head tossed out of the truck and through the table, but he comes back by slamming the door into Funk's head. Funk pops up and doesn't save it to Crowbar a few times over as Hudson says Crowbar is someone's son. You know, because Funk is it.
Yeah, everyone is someone's son.
Funk handcuffs him and blasts Crowbar in the head with a chair because the 1999 Rumble is right for nostalgic. They head to
Only a year later.
They head to the arena, not back into the arena, Tony. With Funk bringing cardboard with him to blast Crowbar in the head again. Now it's time for a table. Ignore the thing bending in the middle, too, along the line that clearly shows the table is pre-cut, by the way. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. But Daphne pulls Crowbar off. Terry goes after her, but I'm sure he's still facing a match because he's old and therefore awesome. Crowbar still handcuffed, fights up and dives through Funk and the table for 2. I'm not sure something head since a pile driver onto the door to give Funk the pin and the title.
Again, I didn't think this match was that bad either. I wouldn't necessarily call it good or anything. But Terry Funk's sort of hitting people with weapons, I guess, gives me a little bit of enjoyment. There were definitely annoying parts with Daphne screaming every 5 seconds backstage. That did get annoying pretty quick, I'll admit that one. But I thought Crowbar and Funk actually worked well enough together to get a passing grade.
So Crowbar's being built up a something special in Hardcore Division, and then he faces a legend and loses in Glorified Squash. But hey, not all name gets to be the champion of WCW, and that's what really matters. Sorry, I hold my WCW 2000 to higher standards than this.
Why?
This is another head shake induced moment, and that's the sad part about WCWF.
I gave it a D.
With the roster they have, they should be blowing out WWF at this point.
No. No, they shouldn't.
Storm raves about Duggan still being American, and says it's time for Team Canada to move forward. Gunn screws up her only line, so Gene tells her he's got a pole so she can run the Canadian flag up.
If only we had these Mean Gene interviews in 1995.
I would love to see these Mean Gene interviews now.
Yep. I think they pretty much did it because, hey, creepy old man, Mean Gene.
Lex Luger's braced knuckles ready for Goldberg. Chronic versus Big Vito Arena. Before a match, Adams implies that Marie is the one paying them off.
Who the hell's Marie?
It's a brawl to start, as Hudson suggests.
So you watched the episodes leading up to it and you still have no idea?
As Hudson suggests that Marie being the one behind this could be the story of the year.
Yeah, there was just some lady there.
Named Marie?
Yeah, named Marie. Who's that?
Is it even the story of the match? Let alone the story of the year. Vito power slams Clark and drops life for 2 before Reno gets the same off a neck breaker. And elbow stops Clark's comeback as Adams goes outside to yell at Marie. It was his sister.
Ah.
Yeah, Vito goes outside to save Vito's sister.
Okay.
Marie. But the distraction lets Clark get in, his foot died from the apron.
But it should be telling that if you watch the shows leading up,
yeah, I forgot.
You have no idea who she is.
Yes. Back in, Vito clotheslines Adams for 2 as we're just waiting for the big swerve. A full Nelson slam and belly back suplex drop Vito for 2. And it's ultimate chill out because this wasn't slow enough already. Cue the throwers to distract Reno so Chronic can get in double boo on Vito. A double cross by puts Vito and Clark down and it's the Tiger Reno who immediately rolls the dice on Vito for a pinfall. Go ahead and went that long before doing stuff else stupid.
Yeah, this one wasn't a good match to begin with. And the stupid ending you could see coming from a mile away. And then Reno, Vito's tag partner, got the pin on Vito.
I believe that's his brother-in-law in the story. Now that I'm putting it all together.
No.
I believe that's Marie's husband.
Reno or Vito?
Reno.
Ah.
Is Marie's husband.
So why didn't she go with her husband then?
Because she's still by her brother.
In-law.
No. No. Vito's.
Oh, that's her actual.
Bro, Vito's her brother.
Blood brother. All right.
Yeah, Maria. Who the fuck cares? I hate these stories because it says the potential something interesting. Just work with it. And then Russo went in the span of a few weeks. Why Balor had them get back together, and they're going to be split just a few weeks later.
Because Swerve, bro.
To get us back where we started.
It's all about the Swerve, bro.
Oh, my fault. They're both. That's his sister too.
Ah.
They're brothers.
Okay then.
Oh, whatever. Here's the time you're on Barry match on top of that. F. Post-match, Reno Pace, Chronic Golf rejoins the Throwers, making this whole story a complete waste of time. Chronic beats up Vio a bit more. 3Cal argues over who gets the title shot tomorrow night, so Chavo comes in and beats them down. Hugh Morris goes on a rant about how he's not going to be a stepping stone for Shane Douglas. Baron Bigelow versus Mike Olsen. Ambulance match, because that's what Olsen does. Or at least months ago before 70s nonsense. Madden says Mike Olsen's never won an ambulance match. But it's his specialty, right?
And didn't he actually beat people in an ambulance match?
Yes. And it also climbs the buckle for Joe McElroy to their face to start.
Yeah, he did. He beat DDP.
That's Slam Marie.
That one, yeah.
But Bigelow takes the outside and drives Olsen into the post. Bigelow sets up a cheer in the aisle and they ram into each other in the side ambulance. Olsen ducks it right here and sends Bigelow's fist through the window. So let's get back to the ring because this thing must keep going. Both guys are sending an announce table before Bigelow backdrops for a regular table. They head back to the ambulance with the driver still from the ambulance looking more bored than most of the fans. And Bigelow goes up top one and he knocks through the roof to give Olsen the win.
Yeah, and kind of an ending that would make Big Match John blush. I think Cena actually steals that finish eventually. If not, I'm
He
sure
does it to King.
I'm sure he at least thought it. Oh, he did it to King. Yeah, the match was boring as shit, and the ending you could kind of see coming a little bit because Bigelow is literally the fattest I think I've ever seen him. And he's on the roof. What do you think was going to happen?
It's just off of here, both guys being each other minds and particular rhyme or reason.
And also probably the latest shot I've ever seen a weapon. Like literally, if I had a pillow, I'll have my phone. It was like I was expected to knock big ass Bam Bam Bigelow.
I don't know why I'm supposed to care about these hardcore guys when Bigelow's way over the hill. Austin's been a common guy for months. And Terry Funk is the champion after having beaten the other 70s guy. I'm sick of these matches. He on so much time and going nowhere, but with something ECW, that's all that matters, I guess. F. Reno says the Throwers are his real family. Sanders in a perfect event are sure to retain the titles. Gene promises to slap Stasiak one day.
Because, why not?
US tells Shane Douglas versus Hugh Morris. Morris is defending. And we'll go with the old name because they're being used interchangeably at this point. Shane promises to rip a hole in Morris' heart, meaning it won't take 36 days to determine who won his contest. Thanks, Shane. A bunch of chops don't do much damage to Morris early on, but a poke to the eye works a bit better. We almost get a crash at the referee, but the second attempt hits Shane as it was supposed to. A low blow and right hand, no effects either, so Hugh grabs a beer hug, disrolls a Goldberg chant, of all things, until Shane finally bites his way out. No life matters broke up and Shane gets an apology, but opposite pose to start covering. Also a neck crank for a bit before they go back outside for more nothing. Shane goes hard in the post to draw some blood, hard way it seems. But no moonsault misses. That means it's chin time, but Morris breaks out with a belly
Don't insult John Morrison.
belly back suplex, cue Chavo to further chain back to stun Douglas before telling the referee bell to draw DQ.
Yep, slow, boring match that didn't really make any sense because I'm not sure why. If Chavo had just left the MIA, why was he helping Hugh Morris? I don't know. The ending was dumb. The match was stupid and long and dull.
This story continues to do nothing for me. Shane Douglas really isn't interesting. But Morris is even worse now that he's finished the war against Canada. I still don't see Morris Stone should be at this level either, and it's really hard to buy him here. Unfortunately, he's one of WCW's only options. As everyone else on the roster is firmly stuck in places with low opportunity to move up without turning 40 years old. Shane beats on him with the chain post match until Chavo comes in for the field save. The Misfits come in to clear Shane out, but Lash slides in with Chavo, and A. Wolf slides with Mars. Steiner goes on about how he's going to win tonight and then have a great night with the Freaks. Glacier is still coming back.
I actually would just use it as a troll. Just had vignettes of him go like 6 months. And just keep on making new vignettes. And just had fun with it.
Nash and Page lay forth the idea of the perfect event as any kind of threat makes jokes with both.
Especially helps when they beat them later.
Jeff Jarrett and Harris Twins versus Filthy Animals. Bunkhouse Street Fight meaning the third hardcore base match.
Not just no DQ.
Assuming you ignored the language.
It's a bunkhouse street fight.
There are weapons all around in the ring, including a bar and a popcorn machine.
What the hell is a bunkhouse? I have no idea.
The Animals quickly clean house as Tiger assists on commentary. The spray paint trash cans have the National World Order. Commentator's worst. As this is even more mindless sprawl. Jarrett set face turns into popcorn. And the Twins both get Bronco Busters. Back in, Jarrett gets slammed with the mill rope and through the bar for 2. Well, at least the wood erupted. Looking good. Ray comes off the top with an atomic Arabian facebuster with a wrong way sign on Don. There's nothing going on between these big styles other than some punches to kick. Jarrett finally kills a Hurricane power runs right over the top into a dumpster. The match actually settles down to a regular time match. Because the word street fight are lost about 7 minutes in. A double big boot drops Kibben and the face start getting defense. It's almost like presenting old school wrestling on a wrestling show instead of hardcore match. Enter hardcore match is a good idea. Ron cuts off a hot tie attempt and hands it back to Jarrett for a chin lock. Kibben finally flips out and grabs a Bo Dolk, sent the hot tie to Conehan. You can actually see the fans paying attention caring about the match. It's just a simple story. Take that, Rusev. The H-bomb puts Conehan down as table time, but Ray comes out of the dumpster with a broom for a double clothesline. As I always wanted to say. Another H-bomb puts Ray through the table though. Leaving Kibben mostly alone. The Kid Crusher looks to sell the shooting star, but a ball to the head lets Jarrett get the stroke in for the pin.
Yeah, sort of good mindless fun for this match. Not a greatly wrestled match, but it was a fun brawl to watch.
Other than the ladder match, I think I like the wrestling section of the middle of this match better than anything else on the show tonight. It was so nice to hit the brakes for a bit and just watch somebody on a wrestling match. But hey, where will we be without a exploding bar and popcorn machine?
Bro, I know what this match needs, bro. Yeah, I gave it a C.
C. Sarge thinks Goldberg is right for Luger. Luger runs and beats him down until Buff gets rid of him. We cut away from this and look at the weapons being taken away. They now just talk about Goldberg to kill time. Tag Tales, Genders. Insiders, close enough.
Yes.
All the same talent.
No, I'll still give it to DDP and Nash.
Versus Perfect Event. Perfect Event is defending. This is the rematch from last month where Insiders won the titles, but had to strip away because they pinned the wrong man. Before the match, Flair says the title changes hands if Sanders goes anywhere near the ring. You know, aside from being a ring-sized match. Nash and Paloma get things going when the Tevin hits the run close on the corner. Chuck wants a timeout, so Stasiak gets a cheap shot on an apron. Only to have Paige get tied in a few seconds later for a flying shoulder. Paige tucks a boot in the corner, crosses Stasiak against the post. Belly to belly gets two, but Sean gets out a diamond collar. Paige does a quick round bomb called a choke slam, which is close enough for them. But Paloma sneaks in with a jungle kick to put Paige down. Enter a few near falls. Paige tries Paloma in the corner for some right hands, only to be thrown to the wrong corner for double stomping. Some kicks and ropes have Paige in trouble because a 3-year-old injury still isn't fully healed. That's a very slow heal injury. Paloma.
However, they actually did bring it up in the commentary.
To be fair,
it's one of the few good moments the commentaries had that night.
Paloma hits the low to stop a comeback, but a single form allows the tackle to Nash. Sanders low blows stays on 4, and Stasiak is still at the top of the clothesline. The counter rumor says the diamond card Stasiak on the 4 because Paige doesn't sell low blows. Here, Jindrak and O'Hare to get laid out as well. Nash kicks Chuck in the face and a jackknife. gives the Insiders the titles back.
I thought this match was barely okay. Not necessarily anything earth-shattering or mind-blowing, and I pretty much wouldn't expect it out of those two teams. But I thought DDP actually worked very well with the Perfect Event. Nash did Nash things. He pretty much came in and jackknife and got his paycheck. But I thought DDP worked well enough with Perfect Event to actually have a somewhat okay match.
The match was actually decent. With the old school formula. But the same problem things. The Insiders, a team thrown together about 5 weeks ago, have now successfully beaten the Thrillers twice in a row to give them a non-necessary title. As late as it is, this is the number one list of things that killed WCW. At some point, you had to have these old guys lay down and take a big fall from someone under the age of 30. Yes, I know I sound like current day, but the difference is WWE has a lot of money. They can do whatever the hell they want.
I give a match a D.
F. Recap of Goldberg versus Luger, which just happened because Luger was a big deal 10 years ago. And therefore should have a prominent role on the show instead of having Goldberg win the title like he should. Goldberg beat Luger last month, but referee was Spear, so it should have been DQ, requiring this match. There's also stuff with Luger being Goldberg's trainer to try to add more interest to a match no one wanted to see in the first place, let alone a rematch. Goldberg selects Luger no DQ to have a fourth hardcore base match on a 10-match card. Fifth if you count the ladder match.
Yeah.
They fight it.
I'm just assuming there's no DQ on the whole card, so.
They fight it and now able to start with Goldberg easily taking over a clothesline, puts Luger down. In the ring, and Poundstone puts him out on the floor. Luger sends him into post and barricade. So here's Sergeant Bagwell for no apparent reason. Back in, Luger hides behind the referee to William Spear before the brace knuckle stopped Goldberg silly for 2. The blockbuster hits Goldberg by mistake, ignoring the fact that Luger was touching the turnbuckle and Bagwell jump. Bagwell hits Sarge to officially turn heel, leaving Goldberg to hit the 2 moves to reach 31-0.
Yeah, besides making Bagwell look like a huge idiot both times, and it's not that much of a stretch, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought Luger and Goldberg worked well together, as much as Goldberg and Luger could possibly work together. Both their offenses are literally... Well, I think Goldberg actually has a bigger offensive arsenal than Luger does. But I thought I got what I expected out of him, pretty much. And it wasn't a bad time to watch it.
I was at least expecting an A or B rated match.
You were expecting an A match out of Goldberg?
It's one WWE.
I don't even think Lex Luger's had one before.
It's 2 of WWE's biggest stars, so main event tails.
Unless his name's Flair in the 1980s.
Just like last month, no one cares about Luger, but for some reason he was pushed in a spot instead of having Goldberg get a major push and win the title again, as he should have done. The star stuff was fine, but there was no logical reason to have Luger here. Goldberg is way past the point of needing a worthless role from Luger. And since we need to see the main event, here's what we're stuck with him for no apparent reason. This match was a somewhat passable brawl, but Goldberg squashed it for the most part, as you would expect.
D.
F. Bagwell lays out Goldberg with a chair post match. We recap Civic vs. Scott Steiner basically said never lost the title back in April. They disappeared for about 7 months and came back to fight Steiner here. That's really not it for the story, which sums up the show so well. The show world title, Scott Steiner vs. Civic. Sid challenges Steiner, pounds during a corner start, but Sid catches him on some clotheslines and a side slam to send the champ outside. Back in, Steiner poses a lot before easily winning a test of strength. Sid gets back up, puts Scott down, some leg drop across the face for 2. They head outside where Medeja gets in and still punches his back, followed by some chair shots from Steiner. Back in, and Steiner easily presses Sid for a few curls, followed by the spin belly. The recliner goes on, but Sid's too close to the ropes to make sure this continues. Scott goes on again, good grief with a terrible as Sid's back is straight, as Steiner's clearly not even pulling back. You can make that whole look that same, but this is worse than Rock Sharpshooter ever hoped to be. Sid starts to fight back, so Medeja comes up the top for a high cross body, which is the champ MC. The choke slam, Sid's back is fine, why are you asking? Gets 2 on Steiner, so we hit Cobra clutch of all things. Steiner slaps the referee before getting slammed, meaning there's no count. Pipe to the back of Sid, and here's Jarrett with the guitar to hit Scott by mistake. And also a moment, Sid covers for 2 with Jarrett, pulls Robinson to the floor and tries to clothesline, only to have Robinson duck underneath and slide back in for the 2 count. Tula blows
Oh
up.
my god, a smart referee.
Tula blows up a T-bone suplex, and the recliner makes Sid pass out, of course, to retain.
Yeah, just that referee spot alone with Charles Robinson. I think this match deserves the pass. But yeah, it's like I said with the other ones. It's actually better than I expected a Sid and Steiner match to go. Not good by any standards, but kind of okay.
My grades are generous. The highlight of this match was the referee ducking a clothesline and sliding back into the ring counterful. Not the wrestling, not the brawling, not the finish. About a referee, among his many obvious problems. The issue here was how nothing this match was. There's no reason for us to really fight each other and totally stripped 8 months ago. And that's barely been mentioned. This whole main event is truly wonderful, and that's perfect into this best of the show.
My grade for it was a D. Not a good show by any standards.
What was your overall for the match?
My overall for the match, I gave it a D+.
Okay.
Yeah, the show not great by any standards, maybe not even good. But honestly, it was better than I expected. Obviously, the ladder match I thought was very good, and then the bunkhouse brawl for Jarrett, the Harris brothers, and the Filthy Animals are clearly the best matches. Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend you watch any of the other matches. But honestly, it's probably the best show I've seen from WCW post 1998.
For me, I gave it. Well, Steiner held the belt, won the side place hang off too. And flips up the finish and the show. For me, I gave the show an F. These guys Starrcade to listen to finish this company's work. Look at the show and build up. This is just about exactly what I expected. The main event was nothing. Goldberg's match was an excuse to have Luger on the show for whatever reason. And I'm already having issues thinking about the rest of the card because it was that forgettable. It was just a fun together card. For our next pay-per-view, we did that, right?
I think so, yeah. Take it again. Did that one too.
WWE Unforgiven 2001.
The one I was about ready to watch.
Up next, No Mercy 2001 review for Pat and our QA for week. See you then.
See you then.